This video will show you how to beat half cash on all 23 intermediate maps without using powers, continues, insta-monkeys, or double cash. The intermediate maps have some unique gimmicks that prevent us from using a single one-size-fits-all strategy like we could do with beginner maps. However, we can group many of the maps together based on certain characteristics, and we can apply a common strategy to each group. The first group are the easy single-lane intermediate maps without any difficult gimmicks. These maps include Quarry, Kartsndarts, Downstream, Cracked, and Streambed. These maps are easy enough that they can be done without monkey knowledge using the same SOTA strategy that we covered in the beginner half cash video, which I will go over again here. I'll demonstrate the strategy on Quarry, which is arguably the hardest of those 5. Start by placing down a dart monkey here on round 3, accepting any leaks for the next 2 rounds. Place down a second dart monkey on round 5, preferably at the end of the track, again accepting any leaks that occur. During round 10, as soon as you have $500 available, sell your first dart monkey and buy SOTA. Next, get down a bomb shooter on round 14. Use SOTA's leaping sword on round 15 when balloons start leaking. Upgrade your bomb shooter to extra range before round 16. Leaping sword again at the start of round 17. Upgrade the bomb shooter to frag bombs on round 18. Then to bigger bombs on round 20. Leaping sword at the start of round 22. Upgrade the bomb shooter to cluster bombs on round 26. Then to heavy bombs on round 29. Leaping sword the camos at the end of round 37. Upgrade the bomb shooter to recursive cluster on round 38. Get an alchemist right before round 40 next to your bomb shooter, setting it to strong and giving it acidic mixture dip. Use SOTA's leaping sword ability right after the Moab breaks open. Use leaping sword again for the camo rainbows on round 42. On round 45, get a village in range of our towers, upgrading it to radar scanner. Upgrade the alchemist to berserker brew on round 47. Cross path it with perishing potions on round 48. Upgrade the village to jungle drums on round 50. On round 54, place down a monkey ace in village and alchemist range, upgrading it to never miss targeting. Upgrade it again to lots more darts on round 55. Upgrade the alchemist to stronger stimulant on round 59. Get down a boomerang in village range on round 60, upgrading it to glaive ricochet and cross-pathing it with red hot rangs. Upgrade it to more glaives on round 64. Upgrade the village to primary training on round 65, and then to primary mentoring on round 67. Get down a second bomb shooter in village range on round 71, setting it to strong and upgrading it to Moab Mauler crosspath with bigger bombs. Upgrade it then to Moab Assassin on round 75. Get out a second boomerang on round 76, upgrading it to Bionic Boomerang crosspath with red hot rangs. For round 78, do a sword charge on the first ceramic rush, and then another sword charge on the second ceramic rush. Finally, upgrade the second boomerang to turbocharge during round 79, and use all of your abilities to take out the final ZOMG on round 80. With this strategy, even without monkey knowledge, you should be able to beat half cash on Kartsndarts, Downstream, Cracked, and Streambed. And of course, if you have monkey knowledge, the strategy will be even easier. Balance is another intermediate map that can be easily done without monkey knowledge. We will not have enough space to do the previous SOTA strategy. However, SOTA still works great on this map. Start by placing a tack shooter in the middle on round 3. Get down SOTA here on round 10. Upgrade the tack shooter to faster shooting on round 11, even faster shooting on round 14, hot shots on round 19, more tacks on round 20, even more tacks on round 21, and ring of fire on round 37. Get down a dart monkey here on round 38, upgrading it to enhanced eyesight. Upgrade it to Spikopult on round 39, and Juggernaut on round 42. Get down a village on round 44 here, upgrading it to radar scanner on round 48, and then to primary training on round 50. Get an alchemist next to your tack shooter on round 51, upgrading it to berserker brew. cross-path it with Perishing Potions on round 52, and then upgrade it to Stronger Stimulant on round 56. Get down a Monkey Ace on round 64, upgrading it to Operation Dartstorm. For a bit of safety, get down a second Monkey Ace on round 72, also upgrading it to Operation Dartstorm. On round 78, Sword Charge the 2 Ceramic Rushes to be safe. This will be enough to clear the rest of the level, bringing our total completed intermediate maps to 6. And of course, if you have Monkey Knowledge, this strategy will be even easier. The rest of the intermediate maps are a bit harder, and you will want to have a decent amount of Monkey Knowledge to complete them. If you've blackboarded the beginner maps and the easy intermediate maps, you should have quite a few Monkey Knowledge points, and you'll need to make some choices on how to spend them. The most important knowledge to get is the More Cash knowledge in the primary path, which gives you an extra $100 in half cash. While building to it, you will also get a free Dart Monkey as well as a 5% upgrade cost discount if all primary monkeys are Tier 3 or Tier 4. With some good upgrade planning, we can make use of this to save a decent amount of money. Almost as important is getting every knowledge in the Hero's Path. This will give a 10% discount on your base hero cost, let them start each game at level 3, and also gives them several buffs and reduced cooldowns. After that, I'd recommend getting pre-game prep in the Powers Path. This adds road spikes at the end of the track for every map, which is very helpful in avoiding early game leaks. Next, I'd recommend getting Mana Shield, which gives you a shield that absorbs up to 25 lives and recharges every round where balloons don't leak. This is also very helpful in the early game, giving you additional flexibility in how much you're allowed to leak. Next, I'd recommend getting better sell deals in the support path, which allows for monkeys to sell for 5% more. This will be helpful with affording our hero earlier when we sell our initial towers. Next, I'd recommend getting the Military Conscription knowledge in the military path, which discounts the first military monkey by a third. This will give us a huge discount on expensive military towers like the Helicopter or Monkey Ace. Similarly, we'll also want to get the Advanced Logistics knowledge also in the military path, which reduces the military monkey cost by 5%. Another great knowledge I'd recommend is Big Balloon Sabotage, which reduces the base health of Moabs. There are a lot of Moabs in half cash, so this will be very helpful. After this, I'd recommend getting knowledge that buffs your favorite half cash towers, either by increasing their power or reducing their price. For example, since we use boomerangs and bomb shooters, we may want to prioritize recurring rangs, Mega Mauler, or Bionic Augmentation on the primary path. Another great half cash tower in some maps is the Juggernaut, so you will want to get Force vs Force for that. You'll see an example of this in this video. And if you like magic monkeys, you may want to prioritize things like cheaper doubles or warm oak to reduce some upgrade costs for ninjas and druids. The rest of the examples in this video assume full monkey knowledge, although all of these strategies should work with only the ones mentioned. One set of intermediate maps are those where balloons go down 2 lanes at the same time and converge at some point. The intermediate maps that fit this bill are Polyphemus, Quiet Street, Haunted, Adora's Temple, Spring, and Rake. With the aforementioned monkey knowledge, the Sada strategy that we showed before actually works very well on these maps. We'll see an example of this on Rake, one of the harder intermediate maps. This strategy will look very familiar, but with some subtle changes to the upgrade order. We start by placing 2 dart monkeys, the free one at the bottom intersection and the non-free one at the top intersection. Round 4 will probably leak into our pregame prep, but don't worry too much about that. On round 6, sell the non-free dart monkey, replacing it with Sada. Place a bomb shooter on round 11, upgrading it to extra range on round 12, frag bombs on round 15, and then cluster bombs on round 20. On round 22, sell the free dart monkey, as having all existing primary monkeys at tier 3 will make the subsequent bomb upgrades cheaper. Crosspath or bomb shooter with bigger bombs on round 22, and heavy bombs on round 27. Upgrade to recursive cluster on round 36. Use Sada's leaping sword for the camos on round 37. Get down an alchemist next to the bomb shooter on round 40, setting it to strong, and upgrading it to acidic mixture dip. Use Sada's leaping sword to catch the insides of the round 40 Moab. Upgrade our alchemist to berserker brew on round 41. Leaping Sword the Camo Rainbows on round 42. Place a village on round 46 covering our towers, upgrading it to Radar Scanner. Crosspath our Alchemist with Perishing Potions on round 48. Upgrade the village to Jungle Drums on round 49. Get down a Monkey Ace in Village and Alchemist range on round 52, upgrading it to Never Miss Targeting. Crosspath it with lots more darts on round 54. Upgrade the Alchemist to Stronger Stimulant on round 57. Get down a Boomerang in Village range on round 59, upgrading it to Glaive Ricochet and then crosspathing it with Red Hot Rangs. As mentioned before, upgrading to the Tier 3 upgrade first will make the crosspath cheaper. Upgrade the Boomerang again to more Glaives on round 62. Upgrade the village to Primary Training on round 63, then to Primary Mentoring on round 66. Place down a second Bomb Shooter in Village range on round 70, setting it to Strong and upgrading it to Moab Mauler and crosspathing it with bigger bombs. Upgrade it to Moab Assassin on round 73. Use the Moab Assassin ability as much as you can to delete Moabs and break down BFBs. Get down a second Boomerang in Village range on round 75, upgrading it to Bionic Boomerang before crosspathing it with Red Hot Rangs, again to make the crosspath cheaper. On round 78, use Sawdust Sword Charge on the first Ceramic Rush, and another Sword Charge for the second Ceramic Rush. Upgrade the Boomerang to Turbocharge on round 79. And finally, use all abilities to take out the final ZOMG. With this strategy, we'll also be able to do half cash on Polyphemus, Quiet Street, Haunted, Adora's Temple, and Spring. This brings our total completed intermediate maps to 12. Encrypted is another converging 2-lane map, but one where we will do a different strategy. The Ultra Juggernaut is extremely strong on this map with the Force vs Force monkey knowledge, so make sure you have that before attempting this strategy. Place a free Dart Monkey on the bottom of the middle platform and a non-free one above it. On round 6, sell the non-free Dart Monkey and buy Sada. Upgrade the remaining Dart Monkey to Sharp Shots on round 8, Razor Sharp Shots on round 10, Spike Pult on round 13, Long Range Darts on round 14, Enhanced Eyesight on round 15, Juggernaut on round 28, and then to Ultra Juggernaut on round 51. This simple setup holds up extremely well until round 80, where we can get a Submarine here, upgrade it to a First Strike, and then use the First Strike ability on the final ZOMG. This will bring our total completed intermediate maps to 13. Firing Range is another converging 2-lane map, but one where Sada is much less effective as she cannot be placed on the benches where the main action is. To do this map effectively, we'll need a hero with more range. One hero that works great on this map is Corvus, as he has a global range spirit as well as an arsenal of spells for any occasion. If you don't have him, I'd recommend getting him as soon as possible. While his spellbook may be unwieldy to newer players, we can do this map without using too many spells, and as such, this map can be a great way for you to get started with using him. And as you get more acquainted with using him, he can make half cash a lot easier. However, Corvus is quite pricey, costing well over $1,000, so I would only recommend using him after getting all of the important monkey knowledge described earlier in the video, especially more cash, hero favors, and better sell deals. While you don't need full monkey knowledge, having more will make using Corvus and half cash a lot easier. We'll start by putting our free Dart Monkey on the right bench and a non-free Dart Monkey on the left bench. Sell the non-free Dart Monkey and buy Corvus on round 13. Buy a Helicopter on round 21. Let the round 24 camo hit our pregame prep. Upgrade the Helicopter to Quad Darts on round 27. Use Corvus's Spear spell to pop the round 28 leads. Use Corvus's Ember spell to pop the round 30 leads. Upgrade the Helicopter to IFR on round 33. Upgrade it again to Pursuit on round 34. Use Corvus's Ember spell for the round 37 leads. Upgrade the Helicopter to Razor Rotors on round 38. Purchase a village on round 44, upgrading it to Radar Scanner. Buy a Monkey Ace on round 49, upgrading it to Never Miss Targeting. Cross-path it with lots more darts on round 50. Upgrade your village to jungle drums on round 51. Buy an alchemist on round 55, upgrading it to berserker brew. Cross-path it with perishing potions on round 56. On round 60, sell your free dart monkey and buy a tack shooter, upgrading it to blade maelstrom. Selling the dart monkey is important to make the upgrade cheaper. On round 63, use the blade maelstrom ability on the first ceramic rush. Then use Corvus's trample spell on the second ceramic rush. Finally, use the blade maelstrom ability again for the third ceramic rush. On round 75, sell the tack shooter, helicopter, village, and alchemist, and upgrade the monkey ace to spectre. Get down a village on round 77 covering the monkey ace, upgrading it to radar scanner. Finally, upgrade the village to jungle drums on round 79. This will clear the level, bringing our total completed intermediate maps to 14. The remaining 9 intermediate maps are the gimmicky single-lane intermediate maps. The maps in this category have one of several gimmicks. The most common gimmick is where the map has 2 lanes that the balloons alternate between. Maps that fit this bill are Luminous Cove, Bloonarius Prime, Water Park, Bazaar, and Chutes. Another gimmick is where the map has line-of-sight blockers, like Moon Landing. The most irritating gimmick is the one in Covered Garden, which has a ceiling that prevents you from controlling your towers on certain rounds. Another more minor gimmick is where your good land spots don't have a lot of space, like Sulfur Springs and Spice Islands. What all of these maps have in common is that their gimmicks can be overcome pretty easily with Corvus, using a similar strategy as before, but with quite a few more Corvus spells and ability usage. This is the closest to a one-size-fits-all strategy for most of the intermediate maps, although be warned, it's not the easiest strategy, as we will need to use Corvus spells and abilities at specific times to survive. We'll see an example of this on Chutes, a challenging intermediate map. For simplicity, we will also not do any nourishes, although you should definitely add those in if you're comfortable doing so. We'll start by placing our free dart monkey here and another dart monkey here. We'll let this hold until round 13, where we'll sell our non-free dart monkey and replace it with Corvus. On round 15, we'll do a harvest to gain some mana, and then we'll activate Corvus's spear spell to avoid leaking, dismissing it on round 16. Harvest the pinks on round 19. Get down a helicopter on round 21, locking it on the track. Use Soul Barrier on round 24 for the camo. Harvest a couple of the purples on round 25. Upgrade the helicopter to quad darts on round 27. Use Spear for the leads on round 28, dismissing on round 29. Use Ember for the leads on round 30. Upgrade the helicopter to IFR on round 33, and then Pursuit on round 34. Use Ember for the leads on round 37. Upgrade the helicopter to Razor Rotors on round 38. Teleport Corvus to the front and harvest round 39 for some mana, and then teleport him to the other side before round 40. Activate Ancestral Might for the Moab. Activate Corvus's Trample spell for the ceramics on round 43. Get a village down on round 44 covering the helicopter, upgrading it to radar scanner, and moving Corvus to within village range. Harvest a couple of the round 46 ceramics. Use Corvus's Trample on the round 47 ceramics. Use Trample again for the round 49 ceramics. Get down a Monkey Ace on round 50, upgrading it to Neva Mistargeting Crosspath with lots more darts. Upgrade the village to Jungle Drums on round 51. Get an Alchemist on round 54 next to the Monkey Ace, upgrading it to Acidic Mixture Dip. Upgrade it to Berserker Brew on round 55, and crosspath it with Perishing Potions on round 56. Sell the free Dart Monkey on round 60, replacing it with a Tack Shooter and upgrading it to Blade Maelstrom. Selling the Dart Monkey is important to make the Blade Maelstrom upgrade cheaper. For round 63, use the Blade Maelstrom ability for the first Ceramic Rush, Trample the second Ceramic Rush, and use the Blade Maelstrom ability again for the third Ceramic Rush. Use the Blade Maelstrom ability off cooldown for round 64 on the fortified Moabs. Maelstrom the insides of the BFB on round 65. Maelstrom the fortified Moabs on round 66. Use the Blade Maelstrom ability again on round 71 when the cluster of Moabs reaches it. Use it again on round 73 when the BFB insides reach it. Use it again on round 74 for the insides of the BFB. On round 75, sell your Blade Maelstrom, Helicopter, Alchemist, and Village, and upgrade your Monkey Ace to Spectre. Buy a Village on round 77, upgrading it to Radar Scanner. Upgrade it again to Jungle Drums on round 79, and this should clear the rest of the level. This general strategy works on the remaining intermediate maps. However, since this strategy is a bit tricky, I'd recommend doing the maps in order of ascending difficulty. Mistiming an ability is much more forgiving on the easier maps, and you'll have some good opportunities to gradually improve with this strategy. I'd recommend starting with Sulfur Springs, then doing Luminous Cove, and then Moon Landing. The tracks for these levels are very long, so you shouldn't need to worry too much if you mistime an ability or Corvus spell. The next easiest is Spice Islands. I'd recommend putting your Helicopter in the back here, your Village here, and your Monkey Ace here. It's fine if your Helicopter isn't covered by the Village. The next easiest is Bazaar, which is a fairly straightforward application of the Corvus strategy when done properly. The next easiest is Covered Garden, as we can place our Helicopter and Monkey Ace in the front column, avoiding most of the gimmick. However, you will need to adjust the strategy so that you sell the free Dart Monkey on round 59, buy the Tack Shooter on round 61, and then sell the Tack Shooter on round 73, as those will be the rounds where the correct ceiling is open for the best placements. You can use Corvus' Storm spell as an alternative to the Blade Maelstrom for rounds 73 and 74. Water Park is next. For this map, I'd recommend adjusting the start by placing a Boomerang on the slide and your free Dart Monkey here. You will still be able to sell the Boomerang, buy Corvus on round 13, and proceed on with the route as normal. Bloonarius Prime is next, which will have some more deviations from the strategy. You'll want to start with a Boomerang here, and a Dart Monkey here. Proceed as normal until you get your Tack Shooter, which you will want to place here. Since the Tack Shooter will be far from the second track, the Blade Maelstrom ability won't be able to cover the track on the prime numbered rounds. So, you'll need to use Corvus' Storm spell for rounds 71 and 73. Finally, you can finish off the intermediate maps with Chutes, which we went over in detail earlier. With that, we have now finished half cache for all 23 intermediate maps. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you black border these maps. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.